Inside the headquarters of Elite Diesel Service in Kemah, John and Samantha Bowen opened up their latest water bill. They knew their bill for fire service had gone up from $10 to $510 a month. That was a few months ago. But it was this letter sent with the bill that shocked them.
She was in tears over this letter.
It was a letter from Water Board President Matt Wiggins attacking this family-owned business, mailed to every single water customer in WCID 12.
Do you think this letter is petty?
Yeah, it's pretty petty.
What did John Bowen do to deserve the ire of the self-proclaimed bully of Kemah? He had simply showed up at the water board meeting last fall when his bill suddenly skyrocketed, without any public notice or explanation, or even a letter.
Really, all we wanted was straight answers of what the heck is going on here.
In this new letter, Mr. Wiggins tells everyone in Kemah the Bowens have been underpaying fire fees since 2008. One problem, the Bowens didn't even move into this building until 2012.
So who knows how much other wrong information all these decisions are being based off of.
Exactly. In the same letter, Wiggins complains about a ladder truck the Kemah Fire Department bought for $1 million. Actually, Kemah's own public records show it was $780,000, and Mayor Terry Gale was among those who supported it. Wonder where Matt Wiggins got that $1 million figure. Oh, maybe it's because the Kemah Volunteer Fire Department now has $1 million in the bank, hundreds of thousands more than they had just 2 years ago. Maybe WCID 12 taxpayers should be asking why an all-volunteer fire department needs that much money.
All right, it's 7 o'clock, Galveston County Water Control Improvement District number 12, meeting will convene here.
Last fall, Wiggins began a water board meeting saying he had personally changed the amounts that many businesses would pay for fire service.
I moved some of them down, some of them went up.
Other WCID board members had never seen the document Wiggins handed out, but they approved it anyway. And when we got a copy, under state law, we called it out. Wiggins' math had lowered the fire fees dramatically on the Kemah Boardwalk Inn. It lowered fire fees on most of Matt Wiggins' properties too, by thousands of dollars.
That's not true.
Yes it did. And Mr. Wiggins just can't admit he gets an F in math. Quoting, "The list is still being checked, rechecked, and audited. All errors will be corrected." But we're not surprised we earned a spot in Mr. Wiggins' taxpayer-financed rant. We asked about the numbers because folks in Kemah know Matt Wiggins owns a lot of property in town. Wiggins even owns part of the land the Kemah Boardwalk sits on. That must be worth a lot. Quoting, "Due to the misguided, erroneous, and outright lies in the video post, I asked the WCID 12 board to hire an outside accounting firm to examine all of my accounts for the last 10 years to determine if there's been any wrongdoing associated with my accounts." That happened at the WCID meeting in February, but here's something interesting. At the March meeting, not a single word about who was being hired. Maybe Mr. Wiggins thinks you'll just forget about it.
I'm doing the best I can.
After reading the kind words about us and Mr. Wiggins' latest attack, we called Chris Richardson, who's supposed to be the lawyer for all of Kemah's taxpayers, and he hung up on us.
Those in favor, signal by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed by nay.
Of course, Mr. Richardson was the guy who said nothing when Wiggins failed to recuse himself on votes involving his own property.
I don't read the statutes.
Mr. Wiggins might consider brushing up on more state ethics laws. Coronavirus may delay elections in Kemah, but Matt Wiggins recommends voting often for his chosen slate of candidates, like Doug Meisinger, who's now on the water board. Their text messages are interesting. Quoting, "What else can I do for you?" Wiggins wrote after moving a meeting date. "Want to keep the sex doctor happy." "You're too good to me," Meisinger responds. Love is in the air. In another text message, Wiggins says he's pitching a fit to keep Meisinger on the water board, quoting, "I need at least one playmate." We'll let you folks at home judge Wiggins' endorsement of his playmate, but we'll call out this instead. Look at that letter. It says it was paid for by Kemah Forward.
We checked with the state, Galveston County, even the city of Kemah, and nowhere could we find a registered political action committee called Kemah Forward. Catchy name, Mr. Wiggins, but we've got election laws.
It's bothersome that this is the way someone who's supposed to be the president of a local water district is going to behave. The whole thing's pretty cheesy. It's not professional. It's somebody trying to bully their way around a lot of times.
I am I.
We've all seen The Wizard of Oz. Remember what a bully Oz was to the Cowardly Lion.
I want to go home.
Maybe if they make a remake, Matt Wiggins could try out for the role, because he sure acts like Kemah is his personal kingdom.
The great and powerful.
Think about it. He's president of a water board and not a single voter elected him.
Who are you?
I'm the guy who exposed your scheme to buy the hurricane-damaged homes of Hispanic families who were denied the right to rebuild by the city of Kemah. Remember, you were voted out of office, and somehow you're back, president of WCID 12.
Don't you remember? That's the night you sent a message to Doug Meisinger, quoting, "Going to war for you, my friend. Time for Carl to take it up to..." Well, you can figure out the rest. Now Wiggins is using John Bowen's tax money, and everyone else in Kemah's too, for this ongoing political squabble with former Kemah Mayor Carl Joyner.
It's kind of ridiculous, the fighting back and forth, finger pointing, all that. Right, political attacks should be separate, all on their own deal. It's a bit of a three-ring circus there.
On Facebook, Matt Wiggins even challenged Joyner to meet him at the City Hall flagpole, quoting, "So I can put a whooping on your sorry butt."
I've had folks in Kemah call me and say they're afraid to challenge Matt Wiggins. That's the sign of a classic bully. But remember what happened in The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Isn't it time for Kemah taxpayers to rise up and say enough of this silliness and fight fire with fire?
How about a little fight? You cursed brat! Look what you've done!